lot of seniors out there think that they can qualify for a home equity conversion mortgage or a reverse mortgage simply just because they have enough equity. But HUD, who ultimately has the final say in it, is very, very picky. Now, HUD is the Government Department of Housing and Urban Development, and they have very strict rules for what properties can or do not meet the requirements for being eligible on a home equity conversion mortgage. So let's first break down the eligible types of properties. A single family residence for starters, and most obvious, that is a standalone home that is safe and habitable. A 2 to 4 unit building with owner occupancy, meaning you as the owner live in one of those 2 to 4 units. As far as condos go, they must be FHA approved, but in the event that they're not, there are exceptions that can be made for a one-off or a single unit approval. And you have to talk to a specialist to see what is all involved for that process. And also manufactured homes, as long as they meet the FHA permanent foundation rules. Now, when it comes to the condition of these properties, it's very important that you know this. It must meet the FHA standards. And the way you will know is when the appraisal is done, it is going to be done according to those standards. So you'll know pretty clearly and quickly whether you pass or don't pass. The appraisal itself, in terms of the valuation, is also very important. There can be no unsafe or unlivable conditions. And very often, because these tend to be older homes, if people have lived in them for a long time and acquired or built up so much equity, there might be some repairs that are going to be conditioned after the appraisal is done. So this is not unusual, but it's something to consider because without those repairs being signed off on, the loan cannot close. Now, when it comes to the primary residence rule, and this is important because it has to be your primary residence. Remember, I mentioned earlier, no second homes or investment properties are eligible for a reverse mortgage. But in order to meet the primary residence threshold, you must live there at least 6 months out of the year. Now, in terms of some properties that could be in a gray area or have problems, here is what I mean. Condos that have low owner occupancy. So you could be part of a development, and if it's primarily second homes or investment properties, rentals, and you happen to be one of the very few owner occupants there, that may not pass the test. Manufactured homes that have permanent foundation issues or don't even have a permanent foundation are definitely going to run into some walls. If there's severe deferred maintenance on the property, that's also going to be a major bump in the road. And lastly, for condos, if there's any litigation that is going on between the association and some other third party, or even the owners, then the property may not be able to qualify. So remember here in closing, guys, the property has to be safe, it has to be livable, it has to meet those safety standards, and ultimately be FHA eligible. Once you check those boxes, then the reverse mortgage or the home equity conversion mortgage becomes an option for you. Make sure you consult with a specialist in this area because not every mortgage professional does or specializes in reverse mortgages. And these are very nuanced and detailed, as you've learned here. So whoever you're dealing with needs to have a lot of experience with this so that they can guide you correctly, because when this tool is used properly, it really is just that. It's a powerful tool. Thanks for watching, guys.